Yeah. Sabadi Cup, Kompu Cup. Welcome and thank you all for being here. Did you know that British travel group, they increased their bookings to New York City by 190%? 190% after offering virtual reality, also named as VR. Amazing. First, I would like to thank Startup Thailand, NIA for making it possible for me to be here. I'm really touched. I'm nearly crying. And also, I would like to thank Microsoft and Ufinity for supporting me with the software and making it possible to give virtual classrooms to people and make AR and VR possible. And also, Virtual Reality, Augmented Reality Association of Thailand. I'm the vice president here in Thailand, and I want to thank them for the support. But most important, it's you. It's all you who are sitting here and the ones that are watching us now. Thank you, Kompu Cup, for taking the time to listen to me. I'm from Denmark, and in Denmark, we have free education. We even get paid to go to school. So we have free education and we get around 20,000 baht a month to go to school. Amazing. I was one day sitting, I have a long history, but I was sitting one day at my corporate job and thought, you know what? I have an obligation. I studied online, I do a lot. I want to change the world. I left my job, sold my belongings, everything I owned, took the money, invested it in a company called Dollner, which is my own. And then I packed 2 suitcases and traveled to Asia. And here I am. I had ups and downs, and a major clash. Went down, up again. Dollner is my little project to improve the world. I'm a social entrepreneur, and my aim is to give the technology of tomorrow to the people who can't afford it. So I'm starting a little movement here, because not everyone is so privileged as I am to be in Denmark and in Scandinavia. I believe we can change this world. It's not about me. I can tell you a long story. In the army, a lot of other stuff. But it's about you. So if you take your phone up, and to give you a little tip, because this is about you, if you have an iPhone, just on the regular screen, swipe from right to left, and then you have the camera, and you have it there. My business card, and please connect me with LinkedIn if you think you can help me, or I can help you in somehow. The objective, why I'm here, is about upgrading your knowledge about AR and VR. When I'm done here, speaking with you, you will know what AR and VR and 360 is, why using it, and also where to use it. But most of all, what I hope is to inspire you and get your creativity working. Before we go deep into, not so deep, but go into the VR, AR world, I will tell you about the spectrum. And this is not going to be some nerdy thing and totally detailed. It will be a very, very high level. But to set the baseline, there's a spectrum. First, there's the real environment, the real world. We can smell, we can feel it. Then there's the virtual world. We put up, we're totally in a digital world. Between those two, we have the thing called augmented reality, also called AR. What is AR? Basically, it's a digital overlay of the real world. You have the real world, and you put a digital overlay on it, and you can see it. I'll show you some examples. There are many types of it. I'll list them there. I'll go through them by one, but also with examples. For that, you need to release, you need to trigger it to activate it. It's the same when you activate your computer, you press the power and it activates. There are 3. I'll go through them. So let us start with the first one. It's called Project AR. It's simply a projector projecting a picture down. Here, that one I recorded in Paragon Mall. You see the projector there? You have it down there, and then you have a function. So every time that guy walks on it, it makes a sound. There's coming a picture of it. Oh, sorry. I'm still learning how to edit. Type number 2 is recognized-based AR. Basically, you have an object, it recognizes it, and it provides something to you. There are 2 types. There are the mark-based AR. The mark is the face. You know it probably from Snapchat. It could also be a QR code, which I'm going to demonstrate later for you. That is one side. Then we have the markerless AR. That is an object. You don't have any markers. You just have a 3D scan, and you put it into the real world. You know it from IKEA Place. This is how it works. You scan the area. You select the thing you want, you place it, and drop it. There you can do your furniture, your interior design with that one. And by the way, I'm from Denmark, and IKEA is Swedish, and I don't have any relation to IKEA, so I'm not trying to sell anything. The third one is location-based. We have the location. It depends on where you are in the world. No matter where you are in the world, there are information you can get. And all examples I'll show you later. And then there's the outline AR. That is basically guiding you for where you have to go. You know that from BTS here in Bangkok. They have it. Just so you know where to find it here in Bangkok. Okay, take your phones up because I'm going to do a QR scan. There are triggers, releases. There are the application, an AR application. You put it down, you download it, you sit and wait. You need to activate it, open the application to get it. But if you already have an application and you want to integrate this one, you can do that as well. You call a programmer, he sits and develops it, costs a lot of money, and yeah, you're integrated. Now I'm going to show you the world of tomorrow. This is called Web AR. Basically, what it is your browser. So if you're using Safari, Google, or Edge from Microsoft. So what I want you to try is scan the QR code, launch the app. And by the way, when you say allow camera, I don't have access to your photos or anything. It's just at the time you're using it, it closes down afterwards. And then you scan that object and it will pop up an AR. That is what AR is. The features of it is it doesn't take any memory from your phone like an app. It's fast to deploy. Very fast. That one you're seeing there, besides of the recording I'm doing on it, it took me less than 10 seconds to deploy it. Wow. It's easy to go viral, and also you can track the effect of it. You can see how many and where the users used it. Enough about AR. That's what AR is. Let's go over to what is virtual reality or 360. As I mentioned before, it's the digital world simulated. AR 360, there are a difference between them. I won't go nerdy, but they use the same headset to see it. And media marketing, they're using it in the same. But I will use just VR in my presentation. That was what is AR, what is VR. Now coming over to why use it. So let's start with AR. Why use AR? A lot of reasons, only the imagination says the limit. Customer engagement, you integrate with the customer. It's cost saving. When you engage the customers, then you have less staff. That is a cost saving. Also, if you have some product you want to produce, then you can visualize it digitally in front of you, like a furniture or something. You can go in, you can look at it, totally close up before you get it produced. You can onboard better staff, and if you want to make your bar, your destination, if you want to design your destination, you can then use it as well. As I mentioned, only the imagination says the limit. Why use VR? Yeah. Bangkok is beautiful. Send you a text. Okay, cool. Thanks. Hey, Adam, can you please send me some pictures? Yeah. Take some pictures, send it. Oh, lovely. Can you record a video for me? Yeah. But then you only see one of them. You know what? I'll record a 360 video for you. That's what I'm doing at the moment while I'm vlogging about the 360, so you can actually be here. And you think, that is amazing. Yeah. And it sounds very expensive. Yeah. But it isn't. Everyone with a cell phone can experience the VR. Everyone. Just take the Google Cardboard, and then you have the virtual reality, or the VR. The downside with it is you can't feel, you can't touch, you can't smell. But maybe in the future we'll have a suit we can put on so we can feel how hot it is somewhere, or how cold it is. Or maybe a capsule so we can get the smells as well. That was why use what VR is. Where to use AR and VR? As I mentioned, it's only the imagination that sets the limit. Therefore, I invite you to a travel. Since this is a travel tech, I invite you. I divided it into 3 steps. The first, before we go, during the transportation, and when we leave the hotel, that is our destination. So I'm welcoming you to the journey of AR and VR and where to use it. First, we get inspired to travel somewhere. It can be by a book, it can be by a movie, it could be a local we spoke to who have been somewhere, either locally or abroad. It could be your friends, your network, social media, a lot of places. Then you start your research, you want to select it, and you start planning your destination. You go to the library. If you are old, I go very much to the library. Sometimes I can't find the stuff. Therefore, you can use AR. And how does it work? You simply find the book you want, you press, find via AR, comes up. There it is, at that shelf. Okay, fine, show me. And then we have the navigation. Or you receive a magazine from the travel agency or somewhere else on a flyer on the street. There you can use AR. Simply take it up, scan it, like I just showed you, and you get some image. Or you can go to the travel center. Also, you can go to the place. You can either record 360 in your own place, or you can watch a place. Marriott, they have it in room service, so if you're tired of the hotel where you are, like I'm staying at the hotel, I'm a little bit tired, I could use that one so I can escape. Or if I plan the next destination, I can use it. Or I can get it sent to home. So this is a journey to Japan, Kyoto. This is the future. Take it on. Invite your family. Hey, let's go. Where are we going? We are heading to Kyoto. Fine. Probably Japan is very developed, so they have robots running around, so you can tell them where to go. Or you can get the locals to do it. Why not ask a local? Go on a platform. This is a business idea for you if you want to achieve it. Have a platform where they can do a 360 and sell their experience. You can book a local guide, and he can then show you around, which also can make an income for them. Okay, now we find the destination. We need to pack it. We have a big suitcase. We wanted to see if it's good enough, if it's suitable. We have the hand luggage. We have the big luggage. Is it or isn't it? Then you can take the AR and see if it fits. If it doesn't, you need to buy a new one, and that is something Dollner is developing at the moment, is 3D scan of it. You simply go in on the website, you scan the product, it could be any product. You say you want to see it, how it looks like in real size at home. Boom, there you go. You can actually tap it, and then you can inspect it. Before you go buy it, you can see it. Does it fit or not? Good. We are ready. We packed our stuff. We are going to the airport, coming in, checked in. And then we go to the plane. We get the direction where to go. We enter the plane. Where's our seat? We can be guided where our seat is. But also, the amazing thing is, we can actually just take the phone and we can get the destinations where we are. Where are we flying? One thing is to see it on the screen. The other thing is actually just taking your phone. Wow, I'm actually over Paris or over Bangkok. Good. You arrive now to the airport, Bangkok airport. You want a Grab. You take a Grab. Oh, yeah. How to find him? Oh, let me show you. Put on, where is he? Oh, he's there. Then I know exactly which car it is. And this one here is not some imagination I'm just making up. This is already existing. Okay, now you take the cab either to the hotel or to an area you would like to go to. Example, Saturn, where Dollner's office is, or my little working space. Go there. What is available and what is the price? So what do? You actually scan it based on your location. You find out how is it. Press on it. Okay. That one. Let me see. And you can have a virtual tour inside that one if you would like to do that. Or you can book it. Good. We took it at a hotel. We arrived to it. We can be guided to our room. We then came to the room, and this is a real story. I came into my room. The internet is not working. Everyone is running around. They need to call people that need to come because they are the only one who knows about it. Why not have it like the support? They call, and then they can actually be their eyes. The staff at the hotel can just call the engineer. Let me show you how it works. Good. You have your camera. Then the control center can sit and point it out where to push, what to do. What is your next step? This can be everything from private at your home if you need your parents, they need some help, or in a business corporate way. This one is real. It's called TeamViewer Pilot. Again, I don't have any stocks or any commission from them. I just think it's amazing. Which offers do they offer inside the hotel? Take again, scan it. and then it pops up. Instead of having the book, which can change, the opening times can change, then you just put it up and watch the opening hours or what kind of offers do they have. If you want to rent a jet ski, you just push, you want to rent it, it's already on your bill. Okay, that is inside. If you take it up and you look outside your room, what do they have to offer? You take it up, you point out, at the top one you can see that is the destination, what kind of tourist attractions. The other one is what kind of restaurants are there, or where am I, where I want to go. Woohoo! We've finally made it. We are at the destination, we want to go out. We want to explore the city. We go outside, we don't know what to do. We grab our phone, we look around, see what is there around, any good offers. We are at the location, look around, yeah, okay. We find one, we want to go there, based on the review, and it takes us there. The same one here, if you're just walking and spontaneous, is pretty much the same as standing still. You're just walking. What about if you're on the go? This is Hungary. We go, we sit on the boat, it could also be Bangkok. We watch the building, we see it, it comes up. We can either book a ticket or we can do the gallery and see how is it inside, a virtual tour inside of it. Or we are someplace, London. We want to know more about London, the Big Ben. We just simply use our gesture, press on the object, not on the screen, but in front of the cell phone, and it shows the information about it. Okay, we are so engaged, everyone, we are running away from each other. Or we are at the concert and we can't find each other. There's a solution with augmented reality. Hey, where are you? Hey, wait a second, let me put your destination. Instead of putting Google, we just use AR. Hey, I'm here. Cool. Okay, my presentation is in English, and we just saw many in the Thai. This function, you can use it on the presentations, or you can use it when you're out with the locals, if you don't know if it's meat or if it's whatever kind of dish you're going to order. You take it up, and it translates it. And in Google Translate, they already have that one, so you can already use it from today. Inside a mall, if you can't find the way, it can navigate or it can tell you where it is. I was a Paragon, and I'm a skilled army officer, and I don't understand their map. I couldn't find my way. So maybe they should hire a hotline to help them do the navigation. Arts and cultures, you can use it. And I wrote down, make the place Instagram friendly. Everyone wants to take pictures and interact with people. This one here is from Trigai Museum in South Korea, in Seoul. And you can put voice sounds on the video as well, so you can get the sea and the waves, and you can hear a giraffe or an elephant or whatever you're visualizing on the scene. On that one with the sharks, I could hear the sea and the waves. Okay, VR, where can you use that? You can use it in the theme parks. One thing is to have the 3D, but let us add a 4D or 4th dimension on it. That is feeling. If you smell something or you can feel it, not emotionally but physically, that is the 4D experience. Also, if you got kids or if you're hyperactive, you can use it on a wall where people can play a game together or alone, but actually this is movement, and this is like a fitness. And having fun, you can play a game and running around. Wow. And it's time saving. Okay, you can also use it for storytelling. There's something called geokarma. You can be at a location, and then you can take up your phone and you can see some pictures from the past. Or if you were inspired by a movie to go there, like New York City, Sex and the City, you can actually stand at the location where they were, watching exactly that scene being produced at the same location. Or you can do treasure hunt. Pokemon Go is a good example of that. But why not get the kids out and treasure hunt, or be a child again and go treasure hunting? Maybe you're going to see Bambi at the road. In the restaurant menu, this one here I'm actually sitting and trying to get developed. So you can see the food in front of you. You can see the recommendations. So you can see the size. So it's not doing a big a McDonald's, like on the picture, wow, it's amazing. And then when you get it, it's like a little burger. It's like, okay, never mind. You can also, if you wanted it really pet, you can put a dragon on and make it more spicy. And you interact with the customer and you bring the food to life. In a regular store, you can just put it up and then, let me just go back here, put it up, show the offers around. I don't understand why Tops and Tesco, they don't have this function. They keep sending out the newspapers, or like the offering papers. They could just integrate that one. Packaging. When the locals are making food, why they don't make it more engagement by a QR code and bring the things to life? Or the big companies. This one here is an example of it. Scan the product, comes up. You do a selfie, or you take it off your pictures and then send it. Yep, so that was the destination, the travel. Thank you for being a part of the journey. What I realized is there's an app called something called Stops. What they do is they do the geolocate-based AR. So you can be in a position, and then you can watch all the content which is relevant for you. It could be Google, it could be Wikipedia, but also what you are able to do is you can take a lot of pictures, or record a movie, and then drop it on the ground, not your phone, but just virtually drop it. And then you can go around, enjoy the city, doing the pictures. Then you can share it with your friends and say, hey, join my trip. Or to your kids and say, oh, when Dad was old, yeah, he went to Bangkok, he went exactly at that road. Then your kid or your friend at that time can then walk down the road and experience what you experienced 20 years ago. It's called Stops. At the end, doing more interactions. This one here is a tip also to you. There are dynamic QR codes and there are free dynamic QR codes. The difference between them is the static one, the static is static. So when you created it, you can't change it. The dynamic, you can change where it's referring to, which is very good. I experienced being at Farmer Factory, taking their cup, they have a QR code. I thought, cool, I'm going to scan it. Scanned it, it didn't work. Why did they produce so many cups with a QR code that didn't work? Because they had a static code, a QR code. I'll encourage you to do it on the dynamic run. There are a lot of companies, it is very expensive, but this one is actually free, and that's what my QR codes are doing. By saying that, I thank you so much for your attention and for having me here. Please scan that one. And I sincerely thank you for taking so many pictures, but here you have the whole presentation in the PDF. Anyways, so Kampu Kop, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dollner.
You're welcome.
Wonderful speech.